So, and that's how you turn a boring subject into something interesting. So welcome back to an early summer morning in the Netherlands. And I use these summer mornings often to explore some new locations. And I'm in a place that I have never visited before, which is quite strange because it is a part of National Park, the Maasduinen in the southern parts of the Netherlands, where I photograph a lot. Ooh, a rabbit just jumped out of that corner. But I have never been to this specific spot here. So I have no idea what to expect. We will find out, I guess. But I always like to do that when I have my doubts about weather conditions. You know, there was no fog anywhere. But I always feel a little bit more creative in an area that I've never been before than when I visited a place multiple times. I'm thinking, oh, I've got that picture better, I've got a better picture of that. So it's always better to start blank, you know, that's my idea. So let's explore this area. No idea what to expect. There's not much information about it also. So let's see. This place where I'm going to today is called the Duck Lake, something like that. So that's the English translation, I guess. So let's see if this place is worth it. I think I figured out why it's called the Duck Lake. It's completely filled with ducks, of course. So yeah, like last week we had a beautiful lake with some fog over it, but there were no ducks. And in this case we've got ducks, but no fog. You know, you can't have it all. But I feel it's just a couple degrees too warm for any fog to develop even after sunrise. Now this is something interesting. Don't come across boardwalks that much in my area. It looks quite nice. There is a little bit of mist above those reeds here in the foreground. It's very, very little. But there could be an image in here. Not quite sure. I think that spot where I positioned the camera was quite nice. So let's show you. So you see, you got this bench. Then this path flowing into the background. The only negative is that the sun is rising there. So I will never get any light in this area in this time of year. Well, this is something to remember for in the middle of winter. When the sun is rising over there, then this could be a really awesome spot. So I've mounted the 8-25 f4 lens because I need that wide angle to include that bench over here with that background. And just look over here. So you can see I got the bench on the left and then the path leading towards the back there. And every now and then you can see it happening here. A little bench of fog rolls in on the back there. So I'm not quite sure if this is enough fog to be called a fogman encounter. But yeah, at least there's something there. But who knows, maybe when the sun gets a little bit higher and this is the shady part There might be some fog developing here. So, but I'm gonna take this shot and take it as a bracket, just because of that large open spot on the top there. There is some nice colors in it, as you can hopefully see. If I turn the camera up, maybe you can see that. So I'm gonna use that. So I'm gonna take a bracket to make sure that I'm not clipping those highlights. But I also don't wanna, darken this bench too much. So taking the shot, 7-shot bracket. And one question I always get is, where do I focus? A couple of people ask me that. In this case, I focused about here on this bush. And you can see it on my screen. So let's light up the scene so you can see what I'm doing. You can see I used the magnification tool to focus on that part there at f8. So it's a manual focus shot. And I'm probably going to put some vignette on this whole side here, but not on that side. I think that's the most interesting side. So I've reached the end of the duck lake. So I'm at the furthest point, and I've decided to change my plan just a little bit, because I was just trying to walk back on the other side of the lake when I could just watch through the trees here to the farmlands on the other side. And that looked quite interesting. Someone's constantly texting me, so Marco, if you're watching this, you're disturbing the peace here. Oh, no, just joking. It's funny, we're both out here in the Netherlands searching for some nice conditions, but unfortunately Marco hit some clouds. But just look at this. You see what I mean? There's light, there's a machine spraying the lands. So yeah, that causes a little bit extra humidity. So I thought, let's have a look here, see if we can find something. Oh, look at that sun. Whew. This is going to be quite an unexpected image, if I can find something, but let me explore a little. Yeah, 6 a.m. I don't even have to look on my watch to see that. But yeah, from 6 a.m. planes are allowed to lift off. I think I'm gonna need big wide for this one, because I want to take a picture of those machines that are spraying the lands. I think it's quite nice, especially the one in the back there that's backlit. Maybe if I walk around I can catch a little rainbow underneath this one. It's definitely not what I expected to photograph, but you gotta work with what you got. So that's what I said earlier, never give up. Just keep exploring. So I'm just standing here trying to catch some pictures of those spraying machines. But I couldn't really find any interest in that, an interesting shot. But I got big wide on it. I was looking at those flowers here in the foreground, backlit by the sun, high moisture area, and it just looks really, really good. So, and there's just one particular flower that I really like. So let me show you. It's facing towards the sun, so I'm looking at it from the back. And oh my word, that is crazy good. I love it. I absolutely love it. And yeah, I'm not quite sure if I want to include more of the environment. So for example, if you look at the flower now, you see maybe I want to include a little bit of this section. I think that looks pretty cool. But yeah, you can also go for just a detail shot. Maybe a 1x1 with just this flower backlit. I think that looks awesome. So yeah, there are a couple of opportunities here. There are all kinds of different colored flowers here on the side. And there's a little playground here. So maybe I can take my kids here someday. Playground for the kids, playground for daddy. So yeah, what an unexpected turn to this trip. You know, I was actually kind of giving up on it after that boardwalk shot. But yeah, there's always something to photograph. So I'm doing a little experiment here with those flowers. I was just trying to be creative, seeing if I can find something interesting. And I was thinking maybe if I take a double exposure. So I'm going to take one of a very clear flower first. And then the second shot, I'm just going to take one of those flowers completely out of focus, filling the complete frame. So you get a really soft layer of pink across the whole image, and then with that other flower just going through it. Not sure if it's gonna work, but yeah, I'm just gonna have a try, see if it's going to work. Might be interesting, might be interesting. So I'm still working on some double exposures, and let me just show you, I can't show the process of the double exposure, but let me show you on film the first image that I'm trying to photograph. So let me show you what happens if I point the camera over here and turn the focus a little bit. You see this? If I just turn this section out of focus, you see you get all these beautiful bouquet balls because of those wet leaves there in the background. So what I'm doing is I am shooting that as my first image, and then this purple flower here in front of me, let me show you. There's absolutely no bokeh around this flower. So it's a pretty dull background. So this is what I'm doing with the double exposure. I'm combining these two images. So my first shot is the bouquet that I'm taking over there. The second shot is the flower that I'm taking over here. So let's just see if that is gonna do something promising here. So I think this could be quite interesting. So, and that's how you turn a boring subject into something interesting, you know, just combine multiple shots into one. I think it's worth it. So this is this shot. Hope you like it. So those are those weird crooked trees that I was seeing from the opposite side earlier this morning. This definitely has potential for a great photograph on a really moody, foggy day. You know, that you can get these dead trees in a very, foggy image. I think that's nice. So definitely remember this. But you know, this is part of the summer, you know, exploring new stuff, doing new stuff, still taking a couple of nice images, like those flowers. But yeah, this is what photography is all about, you know, just a bit exploring, enjoying yourself. I love it, I absolutely love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video also, and yeah, that you're interested in coming back again. I've got a big trip coming up with hopefully some amazing content, so I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I already did so much amazing stuff this year. I'm just really privileged with the life that I'm leading at the moment. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying it too. I hope you enjoy going along with me on these trips, even in those difficult summer mornings. You know, even then there is a reason to go out and do some photography. So I hope you feel a little bit inspired by that, and especially those double exposures. I'm quite pleased with those at the end. So yeah, hope to see you on the next one. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing and push the thumbs up button. There's a subscribe button underneath this video. Please leave a comment. Look at the monthly challenge, you know, the monthly challenge of July and August when you're watching this video. Is all about black and white. So if you have some black and white photos, send them in through my website and join the monthly challenge. Nothing to win except the honor of your picture in my YouTube video. So hope to see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.